Oh, oh man. Talk about a massive New Year's party. Yes. I went through several copyright claims. Uh, what's next on my list? Something gonna come up?
Hey, where the hell am I?
No!
Now watch false! Si tu cherches un peu de gaieté, viens donc faire un tour à Lambé. Si tu cherches un peu de gaieté, viens donc faire un tour à Lambé. Si aux examens tu t'es planté, viens donc faire un...
Who the hell are you?
Funny I can ask you the same question. Who the hell are you?
Look, I don't even know how you got into my house and in my TV, Nola. Wait a minute. Oh, god damn it. I used you to look up a certain person. Oh. Damn my technology. Well, you see, there's this guy with an eye patch, a crap ton of guns, and quite the attitude, and it's been coming after me for some reason.
So?
I'm gonna need you to look him up. He wears like all blue, mostly dark boots, gloves. And I would say eye patch, but I think I blew his eye out first time we met.
What's in it for me?
Okay, do this, and I promise you, I'll let you do whatever you want.
Fair enough. Once I look up the guy, I'm done.
Okay. Alright, so, I'm Indie Fan, and welcome to the first installment of He-Man. So, it's a new year, a new marathon, and a lot of you are wondering who the hell is He-Man. Well,
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is a toy franchise made by Mattel back in the 1980s in response of a certain cult phenomenon. And as you have seen in my Prime Survival review, there was a TV show of it. And believe it or not, this show was actually quite successful. It was a staple of the 80s, it was a spin-off show, which I unfortunately actually didn't see, a movie, and was revived 2 times. And to answer your questions, no, I didn't see the original, nor did I see She-Ra. Me being a child from the early 2000s, I did grow up watching the 2000X He-Man. And to give you my quick thoughts, I thought the show was pretty good. In fact, chances are I might upset He fans with this. I actually think it's better than the 80s cartoon. And on another note, there actually were fan films of He-Man. There still are, but these 3 were a trilogy, which consisted of The Wizard of Stone Mountain, Fountain of Life, and The Trials of Darksmoke.
the thing is, I tried to find them to review them, but from the looks of it, they were taken down.
And to be perfectly honest, I don't know what to feel. Apparently some of these films have a mixed rating, with The Trials of Darksmoke being the lowest.
And on the downside, this kind of makes a marathon that you've been working on kind of difficult. But let's make with what we have. So, let's start this off with a little anime.
No.
Not yet. I'm referring to a fan story.
I'm, of course, referring to when the hero must face his doppelganger. Case in point, Link from The Legend of Zelda. Scott Pilgrim, Charles Barkley, that was not a joke, even Optimus Prime. And now there's He-Man versus Anti-He-Man. An evil version of He-Man from another universe. Now why does that sound familiar? And believe it or not, there is actually an action figure of Anti-Eternia He-Man released in the Masters of the Universe Classics line.
Trivia aside, let's go on to the film.
It kind of starts halfway through the story, but the premise is Keldor, who's obviously this guy, before his face melted off, escapes from his universe and lands on Eternia, where he contacts He-Man. However, Prince Adam of Anti-Eternia followed him, and so the two devise a plan to lure and capture Anti-Eternia He-Man.
And what happens next? Well, let's find out as we dig into He-Man versus Anti-Eternia He-Man. But it's also split into two parts.
So the movie starts off with Anti-Eternia Adam entering Eternia.
Well,
They hope Grayskull will cancel out
By the
Anti-Eternia
power
Adam's
of
power,
Grayskull.
however...
by the ancients.
He has no teeth!
So then He-Man and Anti-Eternia He-Man start fighting while Keldor flees the scenario, and while He-Man is tracking Anti-Eternia He-Man, we see Keldor approaching a machine. He-Man then disarms Anti-Eternia He-Man, and rather annoyed by this, Anti-Eternia He-Man performs his "I am a man" punch on him, and He-Man goes flying. Anti-Eternia He-Man then runs to his power sword, and while this is happening, Keldor punches the coordinates to open a space portal. And just when Anti-Eternia He-Man picks up the sword, a tentacle comes out and then find out that the tentacle belongs to whatever this creature is from the space portal. And much to He-Man's horror, Anti-Eternia He-Man tries to break free. But to no avail. He-Man tries to come in and help, despite Keldor's warning, but it is too late, as the creature then drags Anti-Eternia He-Man into the space portal, and it closes. And so our movie ends with He-Man hanging his head down in shame, feeling helpless to save a life.
And that was He-Man versus Anti-Eternia He-Man. Time for my pros and cons.
What can I say? This was actually a pretty good fan short. I mean, yes, the movie technically begins at the end of the story, but aside from that, the animation is amazing. In fact, it feels a lot similar to the Filmation cartoon. A few complaints, however, it's a little too short, but it's still a fun watch.
Final analysis, an A.
Overall, this is a good short. If you're an animation nerd, a He-Man fan, or all those in between, then give this a watch.
Well, that's all for this week. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna have to look up a certain person. How did I lose my beard again? Oh, I'm Indie Fan, and I'll get you next.
Indy,
What is it?
you do realize the anti-He-Man story was based on a German audio play, right?
What?